All right. Day 18 of the cut, and everything's going good. So I woke up. I didn't sleep very well last night, so this lift is probably gonna. I'm probably gonna struggle on this lift, to be honest. But I woke up feeling super lean, and I just had a lot of energy last night, even though, like, I don't know, it was just, I had a lot of energy last night, which was just really, really weird. And I was just so in and out of sleep and just whatever. But so I just woke up and I felt super leaned out today, and I feel like just overall really good. I haven't weighed myself yet still, so we'll wait to weigh ourselves. Probably, maybe we'll go ahead and weigh ourselves tomorrow morning and see where we're at. I don't like to constantly weigh myself just because I already know the scale is going to fluctuate like crazy, and then I don't want to play that mind game of like, oh, I'm not doing good enough. It's not working, so I might as well give up, or stuff like that a lot of people deal with during weight loss. And people who are trying to lose a lot of fat or a lot of weight understand what I'm talking about, who have tried or anything like that. And then two, you understand the feeling that I'm talking about when you wake up and you just feel really flushed, your fingers feel flushed, your whole body, you're just like, oh man, I feel a lot lighter today. Like, I feel less gravity. Like, I don't know, I just feel really good and light. But today's chest, so we're gonna go in there, hit chest, pump our chest, get a good pump in. We're gonna push hard, get hard. That's my motto. But one thing I've been just going and seeing around is like a lot of like guys that are like, oh man, I'm just so depressed. I don't want to go to the gym. I'm just really depressed. And I'm like, yeah, man, you're depressed because you're not chasing any goals. You're not chasing, you don't have dreams. Like you're chasing women and you're going to the bars and you're drinking, and of course you're depressed. Like, man, like, you may not feel like you want to go to the gym, but if you start pushing yourself to go to gym and you consistently go, like you get a big change in your mind, like you'll notice the big change of like you're not as depressed, you're not as anxious, it's such an amazing feeling. And this is coming from someone who has struggled with PTSD. I've struggled with a lot of anxiety and depression. It's like once you start consistently going, you overall just start feeling better. Like it takes a while. Trust me, it does take a while. But like that depression starting to go away. The more that I start doing my 45 minutes workout outside as well, I've noticed a huge difference in like my mental health. Like I've just been more in nature. I've been more just like, doing those 45-minute cardio sessions outside. And even though it's been super cold, like the first 15 minutes I'm freezing my butt off, and like my whole skin and everything is just like so cold, and you're like, oh, but then like your body adapts to it, and then you're like, it's so weird. And then like, I don't know, like your body just starts like feeling really good, and then you have like a rush of dopamine, and you're just like, oh, I feel really good now. Like, and then it's like 45 minutes and you're like, oh man, I kind of want to keep going. So I've been actually going to 60 minutes on my outside walks every day. I've been doing like 60 minutes. It's felt amazing. So those are one of those things where it's like, man, yeah, you're pressed, you're sad. It's like you probably have low testosterone. For men at least, your testosterone's probably low. You're just chasing women, that don't want you. And it's like, dude, it's like, yeah, I understand why you're depressed. It's like all you do is work, chase women, drink. You're not staying hydrated. You're not feeling your body properly. You're not working out. You're not, you know what I mean? So it's just one of those things where it's like, I'm telling you, it's like you gotta pick your heart. Going and drinking and partying and being overweight and being obese and all that stuff, that's hard. And sitting there losing weight and going and working out and doing all that stuff, it's also hard as well. But you need to choose your hard, because I'm telling you, one hard feels better than the other. I feel so much better pushing myself, going to the gym every day, staying in a calorie deficit, eating mostly clean, not drinking alcohol, not smoking, not any of those stuff, I feel so much better. And I've been able to heal back from some really major injuries. And I don't think I would have been able to heal back from those if I just sat around and took pain pills and drank and smoked and just got even more fatter and fatter instead of going and putting on tons of muscle mass. And that's like what I'm telling people is like it makes a huge difference. So one thing that I just started doing too for my my little pug, he's old, you know, he doesn't got probably too much longer, and his back legs are kind of giving out on him, and he's struggling. Well, we started giving him, for veterinary approved it. We started giving some testosterone, just a little bit, like 5 mils a week. Now this little guy has a little, you know, hop back in him, and he's running around a little bit more, and he's starting to actually be able to keep his back legs are starting to get muscle now, where he's able to kind of keep himself up more. So it's just like, so it's just kind of like you, right? So it's like you're starting to get older. Say you're in your 30s, or you know, early 30s or whatever, late 20s, and you're sitting there and you're drinking, you're just destroying your body, you're just eating tons of food, and you're just, you know, always in a calorie surplus, and you're gaining tons of fat, don't have hardly any muscle, you're just destroying yourself. And I really don't understand it, because when I was doing that to myself, I wish someone would have been like, David, what are you doing? You're hurting yourself, you're destroying your body, you're dying. Like you're gonna make your life go so much more quicker. You know what I mean? And it's like, yeah, you know, you could just fall down the stairs and die tomorrow, but you know, I'm not, you know, like no one stopped me. But you know what's crazy is a lot of people are stopping me now and being like, whoa, David, you're putting on too much muscle. What are you doing to your body? Like, you're destroying your body. What are you doing? And it's like, no, I'm not. I am not destroying my body. Well, technically, I'm destroying my muscles and rebuilding them, but the tissue. But it's like, no, like this is good. This is healthy. This is how we're supposed to be. We're supposed to be very athletic. We're supposed to be muscular. We're supposed to be out hunting and gathering and doing tons of cardio and getting in fights with bears and lions and ligers and, you know, putting them in chokeholds and taking them out bare hands. We're supposed to be badasses, right? Because we're supposed to be out hunting and gathering for our families. That's what our ancestors did. Our bodies are not meant to go work a 9 to 5, sit all day, eat all tons of junk food, and just keep eating, drinking, and all this stuff. Our bodies are not meant for that. So it doesn't surprise me when you see people who are in tribes out in the middle of nowhere. They're living until hundreds easily, and your basic Americans only live into like 50, 55 maybe. And that's one thing that I put in perspective 3 years ago when I got hurt at work. I'm like, what am I doing? I'm working 16 hours a day. My health is bad. I got injured. And it's like, now it's like, why am I working this much just to live a basic shelter and whatever? So it's like, that's why I decided to move into vehicles and change a lot of things up and in that sense of like, well, now my bills are very low, so guess what? I don't have to work as much. I can do stuff that for my health. I can sit there and I have more time for all this stuff. And I know that's not realistic for some people because they have like a lot of kids. But also I've seen people live kind of lifestyles where they don't have a whole lot and they have a lot of kids, but they make sure they live that minimalist lifestyle still. So they have still tons of money to go do stuff, and they don't have to worry about, oh, I got to go work. I have to work 80 hours a week just to survive. You know what I mean? So you just got to put your health first. I wish someone would have told me all that stuff when I was younger in my 20s, but no one, everyone just told me like, you need to work harder. You need to work 80 hours a week. You need to do everything you can to do blah, blah, blah. And it's like, no, because then you destroy your health. And then when you become disabled, you're good to no one. You're good to no one. So get in the gym, build a good gym routine first. Don't worry about calories, your food. Just start building muscle. Get in there, build muscle. Well, I would say worry about protein, right? So your main worry, just worry about protein. Like I'm talking about, like, don't worry about being in a calorie deficit and all this stuff unless you really want to like lose the fat as well while gaining the muscle. But I'm just trying to like be like, what's your goals? Like for me, if I was you, I would just get in the gym, focus on protein and muscle gaining, and just build that good routine. Get muscles around your back, get muscles around your legs, your arms, and you're more likely. In my class, it says you're more likely to survive cancer if you have a lot of muscle mass on you. You know, a lot of people who get cancer and don't survive it, they don't have no muscle. They're all fat and dick. You know what I mean? And so it's like, of course, you know, they don't have no muscle. And I see it a lot. I saw it a lot in the hospital. I saw a lot of old people who would deteriorate because they never worked out in their life. They never went to the gym and built any kind of muscle. So their body was just giving out on them, couldn't do much. And then I've seen people who used to go to the gym consistently. And I'm not talking about like Ronnie Coleman style, right? Where you're pushing 800 deadlifts and 1,000-pound leg presses, or 1,000-pound squats and stuff like that, right? That you're gonna pay for it when you get older, as you can see with Ronnie Coleman. But I'm talking about just basic, going in the gym, building a little bit of muscle, right? And building some muscle and not going too crazy, not too like heavy, like powerlifter style. But I've seen some old men who were so freaking ripped and they were in such good shape, and they were like 80 years old and they were walking around the hospital like nothing. But then you had this other 80-year-old who was like overweight, didn't go to the gym, didn't do anything. And I've even seen ones that were really scrawny who, you know, didn't have any muscle on them, didn't go to the gym, and they were just deteriorating. So it's like, when I worked in the hospital, man, it made me realize a lot of that stuff. It's just like, life is just too short. So find stuff that you love and crush it. And you know, a lot of people don't love the gym, but I don't think they give it enough chance. I didn't love the gym at first either. I didn't love going. I hated it. But then it's like I fell in love with the process. So it takes time. Like, give it some time. Give it a good solid year before you call it quits of like, oh, I'm done going to the gym. This isn't for me. You know what I mean? and that's not meaning you have to go every day. Like, go 3 times a week. Go 2 times a week. You know what I mean? You don't have to go every day. Go every other day. So you don't have to go as crazy as I'm going. But give it a good year. Give it a good year of going 3 times a week and see how you feel overall better. Now, I guarantee you're going to fall in love with it and you're going to want to go to the gym more. You're going to want to go do it more. And you're just going to be like, oh man, yeah, I really love this. Like, I'm feeling great. I'm feeling amazing. Especially when you start eating cleaner and you prioritize protein, like your mental clarity just starts going through the roof and you're just like, you feel really good. Like today, I feel so good. Like normally, man, like when I would wake up with like lack of sleep, so I maybe slept 3 hours last night, 3-4 hours total. And normally when I would wake up all like, if normally when I would only get that much hours of sleep and then go work, man, I was in such a terrible mood. I hated life. I felt gross. I felt sick, and I was just like, I don't want to live. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I just hated everything. And now it's okay. Like, I feel good. It's like, oh, I got 4 hours of sleep. Yeah, that probably wasn't the best because I needed to sleep to recover and all that stuff. But I still feel good, really good mentally. And that's from the gym, eating cleaner, losing the weight, and all that stuff. So, and you really do need to prioritize sleep, though. That's one thing I'll tell you. Prioritize sleep, especially when you're in the dieting down phase and you're losing the fat. Because I saw a thing where it showed on YouTube, and I've been going down a lot of like YouTube rabbit holes of like research and science and all this stuff, for just to get more educated while I'm going through my schooling and all that stuff. But it was showing like someone who maybe sleeps 4 to 6 hours of sleep, same body type, same height, same weight, and everything, eating the same amount of calories as the person who slept 8 to 10 hours, and it showed like little they're like fat. This one had like, I think like 5 pounds of fat, and it was like this. But the guy who was sleeping more, but they were doing the exact same, they weighed the exact same, tallness the same way, working out the same routine. The only thing difference was the other guy was sleeping more. His fat loss was like boom, like a lot more. So it just goes to show you how much sleep, or how big of a role sleep plays in this whole ordeal. Like recovery, muscle growth, fat loss, like it helps so much. So just get enough sleep. And some days you're gonna be where you have just a lot of energy, like I did last night, and I don't know why. And so what I did is I like read books. I tried to not scroll on social media so much. Was coming up with like YouTube Shorts ideas and kind of some other stuff, but I was trying to do stuff productively, and then I would sit there and just like lay and really try to fall asleep, and I couldn't fall asleep. But some days you just get like that. But anyways, I'm gonna go in there, get warmed up, and I know, sorry, you can hear my sister over here cussing up a storm because Broncos are playing right now. They were winning, but I don't know about now. But anyways, so I'm gonna go in there and get warmed up, and we're gonna start this chest day. And I don't know what we're gonna start. I'm gonna kind of see. There's a lot of people here right now, so I don't know what's all taken, and probably it's National Chest Day, probably, but it's okay. I can just work around it. This is still kind of considered a warm up, to be honest. But like I said, with the lack of sleep, I don't think I could go even much higher than this, heavier than this, to be honest with you. That just shows how the sleep affects you. So I'm probably just gonna sit here and just rep out 45s on each side. That's it. We'll see how I feel. Sit here. I might go heavier. I don't know yet. I'll see. 45s plus 225s. I don't know if I'll go to 225. This might be just enough. Probably sit here, spam this just a couple more times, and then we'll move on to something else that I haven't done in a while. Maybe some just like forward pushing movements for the chest. I don't know what they're called. And then just some type of good, nice, controlled squeeze-in movements. And then that's probably it for chest day, to be honest with you. That's going to probably be it. So let's sit here and try not to squish ourselves here. Alright. I'm going to sit here and do this a couple more times. Not going to go heavier. Then we'll move on to the next. I lied. I'm just going to do some controlled, nice squeezing movements instead of going to the one that I said I was going to go to. I'm trying to go way back here and up, so you get that really good stretch. Get good pumps in there now. gonna sit here and spam this. I already did it once before recording. I'm gonna do it at least one more time, 2 more times, then move on to the next. Last set. Gonna go heavy, go hard, finish off good. Off to the pose down and then get out of here and recover. Alright. So yeah, that's all we need. Real good. We did a good 8 sets. I'm really sore. Well, not like really sore, but got a really good pump. That's all I need. Get out, start recovering, stay in the deficit. I'm kind of already in trouble with my calories though. So I'm already at 966. So I only have 900 calories left. So I'm gonna have to either break those up in really small meals, or I'm gonna have to just not eat until later. So I kind of had a pretty big breakfast, and then some carbs. I kind of carb loaded before, but I'm still under 100 grams of carbs. I had a lot of carbs before the workout, so about 45 minutes before the workout. And then shout out to Sand Salt. These shirts actually are really nice. The material's good. They feel good. Pretty good shirt, especially for working out. So, and like a pump cover and all that stuff. But let's see how we're looking. All right, so got a pretty good chest pump actually. Let's see. Not bad. Not bad at all. Look how good that looks. My arms, my chest. It's gonna look really good once I drop the rest of this fat. Like, I think I'm gonna have a really good, big, wide, like a really good, big, wide chest. And then the arms looking pretty good too as well. All right, well, Broncos are doing all right. So 7-10, they just missed a field goal going into second half. But you guys will see this video tomorrow, so you guys will know who the winner is tomorrow. But let's go ahead and hurry up and get back to the car so we can go finish watching the game before I gotta get my sister to work. She's gotta wear the mascot today. Got just one more flex though. Oh yeah, that looks really good. All right. See you guys back in the car. Hopefully my camera doesn't die, but it might die. So if the video just abruptly ends, it's because the camera died. So really good pump, awesome, great workout. Got a really freaking awesome pump actually today. I'm really surprised. But who do you think is gonna go further? So I've been getting a lot of hate comments. Oh, you're ego lifting, you're blah blah blah, your form's trash, you're not doing it right. Okay, who do you think's gonna go further? The guy that comes in here not consistently and is trying to be a science-based lifter and is trying to do everything perfect and is sitting there having anxiety and worrying about, oh, my form, or the guy that comes in consistently and just continues to go hard and doesn't necessarily worry about form. Who do you think is going to gain more muscle? Who do you think is going to go further? What I would hope you would say, I would hope you just said the guy who was going consistently and would just go hard. because that is the correct answer. So, I just, it's one of those things where it's just, man, I go in there, I go hard. I gained a lot of freaking muscle. I'm losing fat. And we'll see who's laughing at the end when you guys see my physique after this massive cut. We'll see who has the better physique. Like the guys in the comments that are like talking trash, it's like, dude, I already have more muscle than you. Like I look at your profile picture, or I click on your profile, and this happens a lot on Facebook too. I'll click on their stuff and I'm just like, dude, what do you don't even hardly have any muscle, man. And I have almost, the last time I measured my biceps, they were like almost 20 inches. It was 20 inches, right? Isn't it? It was like, weren't they almost like 20 something inches? What? The biceps when I measured them?
Ooh, yeah.
They were like almost 20 inches. And it's like, so who, you know what I mean? You just got to figure out I never try to correct people when the way they're working out. Because you don't know what they're training for. You don't know if they're training a certain way because they're injured, because they have a disability. For example, I have to do squats and I have to do certain things a certain way because of neuropathy and nerve damage. And so, could you imagine if someone came up to me and was like, oh yeah, you're doing it wrong, man, and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, hey, prick, this is what's going on. Like, you might mean good about it, but it's better to just kind of mind your own business and let people train the way they train, because you don't know the reason why. Like, I saw a girl who, it looked like she was going to hurt herself when she's doing chest, but the reason why she's doing chest like that is because she has breast implants and she has to do it that way, and her surgeon told her to do it that way. So could you imagine if I would have went up there and been like, oh yeah, I just, you might really injure yourself and I just want to correct it. And I kind of learned this from personal trainers, was like, hey, just like, don't go up and try to correct people unless they ask for help, because you don't know what they're training for. You don't know their goals. You don't know the reason why they're training that way. They might have a disability. They might have something going on where their doctor having them train that way. So just kind of mind your business unless it looks very obvious, like they're going to really seriously hurt themselves and they're someone new to the gym, or they ask. So it's like, a lot of people sit there and talk trash about my workouts, but it's like, obviously it's working. I mean, look how much muscle I have on me. So it's like, just go in there, change it up. Like, I've been watching a lot of Rich Piana's videos, and a lot of people used to talk trash about how the way he trained too. And it's like, dude, just mix it up, go in there, change things up, and just keep pushing hard and do what works best for you. That's all it is to it. This is what works best for me, and it might not work best for you. Like, I can train every day and keep going and keep pushing myself as hard as I'm doing it, and recover, and then come back in 4 days and hit that same body part again. You know what I mean? So just when you are going into a gym and you're really learning how to do everything and all that stuff, and once you become more advanced and all that stuff, don't try to correct people. Just let people do their thing unless they ask. So, but yep, another great gym day. So I still got to do 45 minutes outside of cardio, which is gonna kind of suck with the wind and cold. Next weekend, this coming up weekend, they're saying it's gonna get like negative 30 degrees here, so that's going to be a little rough. We'll see if it actually happens, but that's going to be rough doing the workouts outside. So yeah, so that's pretty much it. I didn't do, normally I'd throw shoulders in with chest, but I might just make a random day where I do shoulders and just into the mix. Because today I kind of had some time restraints, so it's like, yeah, I'll just do chest, a good chest workout, and then we'll just call it. So day 18, awesome, doing great. Just got to make sure I don't go over my calories. And tomorrow I'll weigh myself early in the morning, fasted, and then I'll give you guys an update on what we're weighing tomorrow. So, well, the next day for you guys technically, so because the videos are a day off, so like I film them and then I schedule, and then I edit them and then I schedule them to come out the next day at 8 a.m. So Man, that guy's going crazy. So we'll see you guys tomorrow on the next video. And I don't know. We'll see what we're doing. So I might switch it up. I might switch my routine up. I don't know. Just to kind of like shock the body, give it a different thing. So we'll just see. So I'm not gonna say, oh, tomorrow's legs or or whatever. Just because I really don't know what I'm gonna do right now. I'm gonna plan it and see what we can come up with and what we can do. But yeah, we'll see you guys tomorrow. Just keep working at it, keep working hard, stay consistent, and you guys will achieve those goals.